Hello everybody, Sifd here again with another Soulstone Survivors run, and today I'm going to be doing a run with the Archer. More specifically, I'm going to do Ricochet build, or at least that's the idea. That means we're going to go with singular focus so that I can pick up the skill 5 times or 6, then reroll mastery to control the build a bit better, and then also we're going to go with purity so we do 50% more damage as long as opponents don't have debuffs, and then 5% less for every debuff they have. Now, I'm playing on this difficulty, by the way. People are telling me about the difficulty to play higher and whatnot. I have explained this before. But of course, it's better to explain this every time. I'm not even being sarcastic here, I just mean it. The reason why I'm playing on lower difficulties is because I'm doing meme runs. First of all, banish fire. And not specifically meme runs, but I'm trying things. For example, right now I want to try the Ricochet shot. I want to see if it's good or not. And I'm on the assumption it's going to be a bad spell. That's my assumption, that the spell is bad. Therefore, let's play it on a lower difficulty so we can at least showcase it. That is my thought process. Now, a couple of people hate that. Like, they hate the fact that I'm playing on quote-unquote easy mode, which, I mean, it's a real statement. It's not like it's a lie or anything. Let's get the frag shot until I actually find what I want, because I don't want to use all my rules if, you know, and then waste them all. So, fires the shot in the direction you're aiming at, piercing through enemies, dealing damage, 2 secondary bolts release, and they all apply fragility. So let's have that as a part of the build too, because why not? So yeah, as I said, we're playing on lower difficulties to just, you know, be able to test out trashy builds. Now, in the flip coin of that, you could say, yeah, why don't you then actually play, let's go with agility here, and 45 life, why don't you actually just play on higher difficulties? Therefore, you're gonna even be able to showcase better how mediocre build is. And to that I have an answer, and that answer is very simply the fact that the higher difficulties have a million things going on for it. If the higher difficulties were just you're fighting more opponents, or you know, opponents move faster, let's also get Storm of Arrows, I don't know. At least Storm of Arrows doesn't apply any debuffs. So yeah, if the issue with the difficulties was just the fact that they make the game a bit harder, then it would be okay. But the thing is, they add new mobs, they add the survivors, you know, they add heroes like you are that try to chase you down. They also add the Reaper that comes along, and if you stay close to him, he insta kills you. They also add the what are they called? The pillars that throw meteors at you all the time, and it's also raining meteors in general all the time. Like, it just makes it so much more, I guess, tiring, I would say. Let's get a split shot, fires a projectile in the direction you're aiming at, explodes, and then does bleed or whatever. Man, I have not gotten the spell I actually wanted even once. I'm just here with different spells. It is what it is. Who cares? So, yeah, that's pretty much the reasoning behind why I'm not really playing on higher difficulties, because I want to showcase the meme run, or, I mean, it's not a meme run specifically, the run itself, the build itself, the weapon itself. I don't want to deal with meteors raining and pillars throwing flames at us. Let's get another frag shot, I guess. Maybe this is a frag shot build. Maybe I should have gone with fragility build. That was a mistake now, wasn't it? I haven't gotten the skill I want even once. Well, at least I got, you know, weakness. At least I got weakness. Level up, none of these, honestly. Okay, now I will try to force the... Are you serious right now? Here it is, ricochet shot. Fires a ricochet shot in the direction you're aiming at, bounces around targets and doing damage. That's what I want to get. I want bouncing bullets as my main spell. So now we're gonna slowly throw all of these away so that I get the ricochet shot. That is the plan. A very good plan. Took us only everything. So yeah, that's my explanation about that. Now, another thing that got told to me is to not pick up Leviathan, because it makes you need to get agility to break even, right? There was a 40% chance to ricochet multicast. It is what it is. At the end of the day, 20% attack speed is, well, very powerful. I don't want any of these. Let's go block, I guess. So, about the Leviathan thing, the assumption is that even if Leviathan gives you more than anything else, right, you still multicast on frontal. This is frontal, very nice. Even if Leviathan gives you more damage than the small damage increase passive, this one, which by the way is rare, you lose movement speed, and then that movement speed you have to go somewhere. Oh, Bloodlust, very nice. Let's throw away... I guess let's throw away this one. So this is projectile missile, frontal, physical. Projectile missile, frontal, physical. Projectile missile, frontal, physical. Projectile missile, lasting, physical. Frontal, physical. Okay, all of these are the same. Might as well throw away the bleed, as applying bleed to reduce our damage. Yeah, the assumption is you lose movement speed, therefore you will need to pick up movement speed, therefore you will lose 2 levels for 1 stat gain, you know, quote unquote. But the thing is, that isn't really true, because it forgets the fact that if you get a Leviathan green, it's 20% damage for 10% movement speed. And then if you get an agility green, which I have 2 of by the way, you get 20% movement speed. So agility, if you get 2 times a powerful strike green, it's 10% each. So what is better? 2 times getting 10% each, or 1 time getting 20% and minus 10 movement speed, and then 1 time getting 20% movement speed? Because it's 20 damage on both of them, but on the other version you also have movement speed that you gained out of it, right? You don't lose movement speed. Oh, look at this. Damage on frontal or damage on legendary physical. Very nice. This also buffs the bloodlust, by the way. Attack speed on the ricochet shot. Honestly, no, we can reroll this. Area on last thing. Well, this is completely useless. Let's go 5% damage. Let's go frailty. Let's reroll this. Now frailty, no, let's roll this. Now bloodlust, very nice. We're gonna go with double bloodlust, I guess. Let's throw away the... How would I take this over this? Let's throw away some frag shots. Let's get agility. I'm still trying to keep the Storm of Arrows in, so that I have the clearing power, because this has a very good clearing power. So yeah, yeah, and that is true for all of them, all of the raids. Like if we're talking about Whyte damage, well, Leviathan gives you 10% damage, and then if you also pick up a movement speed, a Whyte movement speed to counteract the movement speed loss, then you end up having 10% damage and 5% movement speed, instead of just having 10% damage if I went with 2 times powerful strike Whyte version, right? So, like this one, right? What is better, this thing? This is a good example. Having 2 times this thing, 2 times the powerful strikes, or having 1 Leviathan Whyte, which I don't even have right now, and 1 movement speed Whyte, which obviously is the second one. None of these, to be honest. I can take the magnet. Let's get area. Let's get agility. Okay, none of these. 15% damage, 8% block, potency on one of the bloodlust. This is banished, by the way. Potency on one of the bloodlust. One of these. Okay, here we will reroll. None of these. Here we will roll again. And we find the ricochet shot. Very nice. I'm gonna throw away the frag shot, because this attacks so fast that it definitely applies so many more stacks of agility. Okay, now we just need to throw away the Storm of Arrows and we're gonna be good to go. Leviathan blue. Let's of course take 30% damage and continue. Now of course, you know, factually speaking, the buffs like this that says all of your physical attacks get 30% more damage is by definition better than Leviathan, right? But still, Leviathan has its job. Let's go 5%. A ricochet shot, very nice. I think the time has come to throw away the... Let's throw away the shoot. I still believe that the spin to win is actually valuable. It still feels like it's doing its job, I think. I'm not sure exactly. Doesn't matter. We're gonna need, of course, a bunch of attack speed to make these permanent. 22-second cooldown. What? 22-second? How? Just how? Look at the bouncing bullets. Look at the... I mean, right now it's not easy to see the bouncing because we have Storm of Arrows. Multicast 16% or movement speed. I'm gonna say 16% multicast. Not that the movement speed was a good decision either, choice, whatever, but we do have 2 bloodlusts, so movement speed should be really relevant for us at the end of the run. So, you know, preemptively, we're gonna get the multicast. Roll these. Potency on a bloodlust, that's always a good choice, but I'm gonna say let's roll them. Nope. And this was a bad choice, of course. I guess we're gonna go with 5% damage on everything, which if it was a Leviathan, it would have been better. So the bouncing bullets theoretically do their job. Or not. Or not. Or not. I guess we're gonna be very weak against bosses, now that I'm thinking about it. I guess let's get crit damage. And we're gonna be actually very weak against bosses, which is... It is what it is. It is what it is. At the end of the day, this is the purpose. This is the reason and the purpose of this in the first place. Because she shot the last one, and we're gonna go Storm of Arrows, and now we're gonna feel the strength or the weakness of this build. So, I mean, we're very far away from actually understanding how good this build is or not, but I do want to see this magnetism that these shots have, right? Because that's what the feeling you get from multi-chaining attacks, that they magnetize onto opponents. They're just boom, 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 bouncing all around, and I love it. Multicast everything 20%. This is a big no. I'm not gonna take any more debuffs. Or crit chance. Let's go with multicast, I guess. Although crit chance would also have been good, but I'm gonna go with multicast. Especially now if the next build buff is going to be like 48% multicast on physical skills. Or something like that. I'm gonna be like, whoop. It is what it is. 50% area. And now we're gonna get 40% area on frontal skills. I mean, I'm not even sure if area is even helpful with this ability build or whatever we're having. Let's see. The bounces bounce around. We fly. Opponent has 10 fragility stacks. Trying to go through here. The bounces just decide to do whatever they want to. Damage on area, we'll just take this. Damage on potency means more potency. So that means even more powerful. Look at these bounces, man. Look at these bounces. I love it. It's a very chilly and vibe skill here that just bounces around. Somebody commented like 2 days ago when I was doing the rant about gaming and addiction and whatnot that I joined to chill with Soulstone Survivors and I got a League of Legends rant. I'm out. For that reason, I'm out. I mean, for the right reason joke was not part of the meme, but whatever. Let's go with area. Once again, not exactly sure how area functions with this. I'm assuming that if it hits something and other people are around them, the area makes sure that they also get hit. I hope that's how this functions. Whee! 40 damage and off I fly to the other side of the map. Level up, none of these. Frequency, not really. Indomitable. Indomitable. Let's get damage for nothing a lot of times. Continue bouncing around. Yeah, the bounciness isn't actually happening. It does really feel like this is a almost no-go build. And this is exactly the reason why I want to do this, right? I'm testing these things, I'm testing these skills, I'm having fun with these because I want to see and showcase damage on missile. We're gonna take the... Oof. Damage on missile is the play still, though. Maybe it was attack speed, though. I might have made a mistake there. I might have made a mistake. I'm always changing opinions on these things the moment I pick them. I still hope that we're gonna get the lock button, man. Please give us a lock button, dev, please. I mean, I think I talked with the dev and they told me already that they're gonna maybe be added, something like that. Of course, I didn't get an exact answer because, well, if I had gotten an exact answer, I'd just spill the beans, I guess, about something that's incoming. So it's a good thing I'm not getting told exactly what's gonna get added sometimes. Although, to be honest, if the dev told me we're gonna add this, but please don't tell anybody anything, like if I get explicit command to not say something, I follow that command. But if I'm not, I'm like, well, you know I am a content creator, right? Anyway, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, lock button is most likely gonna be coming. And also, what's the difference, right? What's the difference between me knowing and me actually assuming? What's the difference between being like, yo, let's hopefully get an add button? 8 minutes and 43 seconds. What? Is this build actually good? Since I did not think that this could have been a good build. I think I was under the assumption it was gonna be mediocre. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Sifd be like, I'm doing this for fun and to test out, but oh, look how awesome this looks. But I was under the assumption it's gonna be trash. 10% damage. Continue. Destroying everything and everybody. Level up. Leviathan. 20% damage. And 10% movement speed loss, which if I picked up the 20% movement speed in the first of the 2 levels, you know, let's banish this. Damage on physical. Perfect. Literally the best one by far. Buffs literally everything, including those little crazy bloodlusts. Level up. This is a definite no. Let's go with 24% crit damage. We do not want to be applying debuffs other than fragility, which we don't even apply that often. Let's go another Leviathan. We still have good movement speed, and we still have bloodlust at the end of the day. None of these. I'm gonna say crit chance. Why not? Crit chance is a good stat, all in all. Especially now that it applies the weakness debuff. Look at this bounciness. It feels like we're clearing opponents fast, but now that they're back at full health. Damage on lasting, that's a yes. That powers up the bloodlusts. Very nice. Maybe I should find a skill that is chaos, lasting, area, physical. Level up if it even exists. And then do like a crazy bloodlust chaos build or something like that. That could be maybe a thing. I'm not really sure if it would be a thing. But who knows. Maybe I should also do a fragility build. Like just stack a million fragility on opponents with the archer again. And that fragility applying shot that he had. This thing here, frag shot that applies fragility. Or maybe if there is a better... multicast physical 48%. Very nice. That just gave us a bunch more bounciness. 48% is a lot. So now we're gonna be multicasting, I think almost guaranteed, right? 84%, yeah, and we also have a 20% baseline at least, because I remember picking up the legendary blood, like this one. We roll. Damage on missile, we take that. Very nice. What's the damage right now? 445. Okay. Decent-ish. None of these, none of these. 10% damage, I guess. Just increase the damage. Avoid... some 80, almost 80 stacks of fragility on the lower end of things. Level up. I'm gonna say 5% attack speed. Attack speed is always valuable, even if it's 5%. 5% here, 5% there, it snacks up. Potency, that's definite yes. That's even more attack speed pretty much. Another 5% attack speed on the lower end, but still worth it. And we got him. And these were the red ones. Okay, 30% Leviathan. Reroll these. 16% multicast. You know what? Based on the time we got, I'm gonna decide if we're gonna go into Endless 2 or not. I was also thinking, by the way, about the fact that how much do I even need to showcase a build, right? Because that was a thought process I had. Because I realized that I have slowly shifted over into doing a podcast style, you know, video. Instead of being like, oh, this happens and that. Like, I'm not explanatory anymore because most of these things are very well known by most people. And, well, damage on chaos, no 10% attack speed. 10% attack speed. I want this to be permanent. Nah, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe damage on chaos was the play. Whatever. I always change opinions on the things I choose. Expansive? Yeah, if it even does something. But whatever. I'm lately doing a podcast style YouTube videos, right? And I was thinking about if I even want to do that. If I want to talk about random things. Or if I want to just shoot smaller videos, right? Instead of being 1 hour long every single time, just because I'm trying to force getting into endless cycle 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, just because I'm pushing it as much as I possibly can. It's always long videos. But, you know, I could also, just saying, end the run after 2 or 3 loops. If I see, like, that this is gonna take me 20 minutes in-game time, showcasing that the build isn't really that powerful. But honestly, I do enjoy this, man. Look how this looks. Chain reactions all the time between them. I love it. And now Bloodlust, let's go. I'm kidding. Let's go 50% crit chance, of course. Why would I go XP gain when I could get damage? I mean, theoretically, the XP gain would give us the damage throughout the continuation of the run, but whatever. Also something, I can be here in the corner and just shoot downwards, and the bounces just find their target, which I really enjoy. The fact that, you know, the bounces just happens. Look at this. We shoot towards the left, and if it hits something or not, doesn't matter. It's gonna instantly bounce to something else. How awesome is that? The worst thing you can do, damage on projectile. The worst thing you can do is just shoot into nothingness. I just shoot into wherever. Whee! 46. Like, if I shoot over there, nothing happens. If I shoot towards opponents, and if it hits anything, or if it hits a wall, which that's what I'm trying to say this whole time, that the wall bounciness does actually work, then it's actually good. Look at this, man. It's just, I'm spreading. It's as if it's the plague, but it's arrows. Area and frontal. Well, we're gonna take this. Although I'm not exactly sure, once again, if area even functions with these skills, but they seem to function. I do really enjoy it when two bosses are next to each other. Level up. None of these. Nope. None of these. Ah, let's get magnetic, the medium one. Trying to stay close so the bounciness, you know, it maintains its power here. Also, so we get all the enemies to... I mean, look how all the bullets just go towards something and then they all bounce back. It's so awesome. Damage on chaos, of course. Was the attack speed? I think the attack speed... I hope the attack speed was 5% and not 10. Actually, not 15, because 15 is my other assumption of how much it was. Lethality. Very nice. 18% cooldown on those. Just fill the area with arrows. Very nice and clean. So I'm looking into this whole podcasting, by the way. If I'm gonna do a podcast with somebody or not. Might happen, might happen. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen in Christmas, though. I want to, first of all, I want to find the person. And secondly, I want to see how the style is going to be. If it's going to be just voice with pictures, or if it's going to be like we're gonna get into a studio and do it, or if it's going to be with faces and with, I guess, some kind of Discord call or something. You know, some kind of voice call. I don't know. I want to see exactly the style, what we're gonna talk about. Maybe I'm even gonna ask about topics, because right now there isn't even any topic idea, right? Other than any thought that pops into my mind. We're gonna go with attack speed here. I'm gonna go with attack speed here, so we maybe get that permanent bloodlust, which is the main plan of what I want to do. By the way, we're very durable, at least right now. Suction bomb could also be good as a build, maybe. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Whoop, ziggy zaggy through, and your toast. Potency, definitely. We fly, Frodo. Avoid opponents, continue shooting out the bouncing bullets, and we're about 100 enemies deep for another boss. I think I'm gonna go into Endless 2, and then after Endless 2 it's most likely gonna end, unless I somehow become extremely powerful that I'm not aware of right now, right? Because this is the first time I'm doing this build. I have no idea how good or not it is. That's the whole idea of all of these, to test out things. Hey Kaethas, how's it going? Level up, none of these. Area of effect on area, that's completely useless. Roll these. Well, these are bad. 12% crit damage. Whoop, laser, Kamehameha. By the way, how is Yomi Hustle going? Do you guys play? Have you guys seen footage of it? That's also something I was thinking about doing, by the way. Yomi Hustle livestream. That is the one thing I'm really thinking about doing, but right now I'm in the middle of moving away from my house again. I don't want to lose the hype of Yomi Hustle, but I was really thinking about maybe doing that. Or maybe doing some kind of collab. You know, that would be an idea. Just saying, wink wink. You guys that have more connections than me. Maybe a collab for Yomi Hustle. With some kind of person. I don't know. With, I guess... Should I put a timetable on it? Not a timetable. Should I put a subscriber count on it or something? I don't know. 10,000 subscribers, I guess, would be a logical number to say. I would assume, right? I don't know, man. When I used to have 5,000 or 10,000 subs, I did send to Belez, for example. I did send to a couple, I think 1 or 2 bigger YouTubers than me. And I felt really weird. I was like, is this guy really gonna talk with me? And they didn't. Like, they never answered. Maybe I just sent them to their job mail, and I was, you know, a classic 5k sub YouTuber that was like, you wanna collab, man? Hey, you wanna collab? Now, look where we are. 80k subs, and the answer still never came. Like, even retroactively, I didn't get an answer, which is just... I don't know, man. At the end of the day, I realized that you can't really collab that easily. It's like, yeah, people enjoy the word collab. I enjoy the word collab. The idea sounds awesome, but... in reality, well, both of you are pretty much doing your own show / your own style of commentary, you know, while just being with another person. And sometimes the audience gets alienated, I guess. I don't know, man. It feels like so weird. Because doing collabs on... how is it called? I think even if you're doing with face reveals, because that's what I was about to say. Even if you're doing a collab... actually, not even. I think the only good collabs are... when you're doing it with, of course, face, and when you're doing some kind of content-related collab that the content is forced to have collab, like, you know, Among Us, or some kind of quiz game, or, you know, anything that Mr. Beast does, right? Like, if you do collabs with the people, the fact that they're people is part of the collab, right? It's not like they're gamers. No, they are people that talk about things, their opinions, right? It's, I mean, gaming is also opinions, but I don't know if I'm good at explaining what I'm trying to say here. What I'm trying to say is, I think collabs is more of a... I guess you want to have opinions that either clash or interact with each other in a nice way. And you don't want to just be playing a game, right? At least that's what I feel like is fact, which it might be fiction. It might be fiction. I might be just... all of this is in my mind. All of you are in my mind. We all live in a simulation. I'm overdoing it. 15% XP, let's go. 15-second cooldown on that thing. Very nice. I do enjoy these bounciness, man. This is just clean. It's a clean, crisp, very relaxing build, and I enjoy it. It's a very just clean build. Shoots around arrows. The arrows bounce. The bounciness bounces around. Did I have a choice for 5% attack speed and I didn't take it? Nah, maybe. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. By the way, some people were asking if the 60 meters become bigger ever. Yeah, the answer is no, as you understand. None of these. I guess magnetic, whatever. So, yeah, as you see, this thing has, for example, 210 damage modifier for the area and 132 multicast, and it is still at 60 meters. Of course, the very, very obvious thing here is that the area modifier should give this thing more meters. But on the flip side, flip coin of that, multicast, yep. On the flip coin of that, if that thing lasted longer, it would have opened up the path for lagging, right? So it makes sense that the area that it flies out and bounces around to isn't... Wait, why is it not bouncing? Oh, when it doesn't bounce, there aren't any opponents to bounce towards. Awesome. Do the 6 crit damage. Nice, I do enjoy that there is a lock-in thing. that is happening. Also, how awesome is it that I'm shooting 1 arrow to the wall, but 3 or 4 pop out of it because of the multicast. Like, when you multicast the spell, it seems like it's shooting all the multicast bullets at the same time, or something like that. Oh no, what am I talking about? What am I even talking about? This thing is synchronized. Because they're synchronized, I'm shooting out 1 bolt, but the moment it hits something, it splits into the reality of them being 4 of them. Which is just straight up awesome, in my opinion. It looks cool, at least. Level up, reroll these, expensive. And I just realized something. Instead of just playing however much I want... Yeah. Listen up, crew. I got an idea. I just threw away a good thing I had for 10% attack speed, but whatever, doesn't matter. So I got an idea. Instead of actually always dying when I die, instead of actually trying to specifically, you know, see how deep this can get and see how powerful the run can go, I should just go into endless 2 or 3, depending on how long these are. Right, because if this, I want to keep these videos at about 35 minutes, maybe 45, depending on, I don't know, man, depending on how much I have time to play with, I guess, is the reality of things. But yeah, if I can make it so that at end of cycle 2 or at end of cycle 3, I actually just end the run. And if I do that, then we can always be sure if the build is better or worse than other builds, right? Because we will have a factual information. Because it's fixed how many opponents you attack and how many bosses you fight when you do these runs, right? Because as you see, 510 opponents to spawn a boss, right? The number of how many opponents you kill is restricted. Now, of course, if you take a year to destroy the boss that was attacked, which I should have taken, if it takes you a year to kill the boss, then you will get more kills, therefore more damage, because, you know, you don't have enough DPS for the boss assassination. Therefore, it just doesn't function how you would like it to do. By the way, if I got duration there, I could have had one of the 2 bloodlust be permanent. I don't know why I'm so stubborn on avoiding making bloodlust permanent when I have 2 of them. When I have 1 of them, I'm like, okay, I got duration, boom, it's permanent. Now that I have 2 of them, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna make the 1 permanent and then the other one also permanent. The area and chaos, obviously no. So yeah, depending on when I'm gonna be done with this wave, I will most likely do another endless or not, and then we will always end it there. I think I want to mostly end it here. We're gonna see. Let me not premeditate, as I am not good at predicting my own decision. I'm just straight up not good at that. Let's go. I'm definite. This is one of my worst weaknesses. I'm not sure about my future self. Which honestly, it's not like I even care about it. I'm just, you know, being factual about who I am and what I am. Level up, none of these. Let's go with multicast, because why not? Could have gone with Leviathan, that's why not. Because Leviathan's better. Let's avoid, level up, to 15% damage. Very nice. Just bouncy. Din, 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 din. Bouncy. I love it, man. I love it. I love how this looks. I love how it isn't full on clutter. I hate how it doesn't do damage. Like, the DPS of it is on the lower end of things. But the prettiness of it and how it looks, and multicast physical, let's go. And look how fast we're running, by the way. I don't even know why I'm trying to target them. I can just hit this wall. Wait, can they hit my... Whoa. The flame works through the wall? Well, I could take this to have one of them be permanent. The flame hits through the wall, through the window. Through the wall. Haha. Let's go potency on one of them, because that makes it just for us to have more attack speed. That's also why I'm getting potency only and not duration or frequency on these, because frequency or duration can hit one of the 2, while potency doesn't matter which one it hits. As at the end of the day, that was a 5% attack speed. What am I thinking? What are you thinking, Sifd? I'm not gonna desync my chain shots, by the way. Forget that. None of these. Agility, I guess. Some movement speed, because I'm an archer. Let's see, can we get most opponents here? Yeah. You know what? This is going to be the last one. Yeah. Let's do this as the last one. Now that I'm thinking about it. Let's do this as the last one. But Sifd, we are here for the end, the madness, the craziness, the infinite bounces. And you're telling me that now you're gonna be cutting them off? Are you crazy? On that note, well, comment down below and tell me about it. What should I do? I'm gonna ask again at the end, of course. Whoop, look at this. Look at the madness here. Let's stay in the middle and just look at the madness. Whoa, I love it. I love how this looks. Level up. Let's get non-multicast, so we get even more bouncy madness. even zigzagging through. You know, instead of... That's also the nice thing. If I know that this is the last endless, I don't need to be running around in circles all the time. I can be in the middle of things and just look at this. Look at the madness, shot, bounciness area. No, why would I go area? I'm still not sure if it even functions on it. I mean, theoretically it does function, but practically whatever. Practically, who knows? I'll level up, 2% armor. Get that guy. To open new bosses, even more bosses. Area on lasting. No, that's completely useless. Only can 16% attack speed. Area on lasting. Why is the bounce not lasting? Electricity there from Kathaz. And I'm most likely lose a life here. Because I'm trying to push it, right? I am pushing it on purpose. Bouncing madness! No. 5% attack speed maybe. Bouncing man. Oh, look how this looks. I lost a life. It is okay. It is okay. Aethas trying to hit us. Bouncing madness again all over the place. Leviathan, I would say. Whoa, 134. Music is pretty cool, I have to say. And let's get those guys. These are not the final boss, by the way. This isn't even my final version. We're about to lose another life. Imagine if we're about to lose, actually. Well, if we lose, we lose. Doesn't matter. Damage on everything. And free on potency on the buffs. So super damage. And super potency. And super everything. And bounciness. Just shoot the wall and the wall's gonna hit the bosses. Don't be afraid about it. Afraid about it. Afraid of it. Potency on one of them. Therefore more attack speed whenever it's active. And the activation time is 2.8 second cooldown. Well, that's pretty decent and good. Oh, we lost another life, and here we are at our final life. Are we going to be able to actually win, or will I actually lose it? Because I guess I realized that I decided to play YOLO style, and for some reason, when I decide that the run is almost over, I start playing worse. I guess I get caught up in the anti-moment. I don't know how to say this, like, caught up in the... I don't know, affects my mind and process. Doesn't really matter though, because that's not something I'm doing. I'm not trying to lose on purpose. I'm trying to actually win here, to have a clear cut of what happened in the run. Right? How much DPS we got, how much damage we did. Now you might say this is the same thing, but it's not. How much damage we did is a different stat than DPS. I lost 42 life there. Okay. Wait, I thought I had a half life. Well, doesn't matter, we're almost done here. In about 10 seconds, it should be over and we're gonna see our DPS stats and everything else. And I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this run. This bounciness and everything goes around. What an awesome design skill. Let's go with the last attack speed. And I think we're gonna end the video here. Yeah, it's 32 minutes. Let's try this lower end thing. Let's try and see how it goes. If people enjoy it, then we're gonna do this. If people hate it and want to see the ends of the ends and this and me always die, then comment down below and tell me about it. And we're gonna switch it up. We did 286 million damage. I think it's on the lower end of things. Like, even if I got to Endless 3, I'm not sure. But yeah, I just started this thing, right? I just started this whole idea. Now, if I'm gonna start switching difficulties, we're never gonna get an actual factual answer ever. 250k. On the lower end of things, but once again, this is like a new thing we're trying and seeing how this goes. Maybe I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more runs this way, and then if people just straight up hate it, or if my retention rate plummets, or if anything negative happens in general, I will go back to my old ways, I guess. And I'm also gonna start a new game at some point here or there, right? That's definitely gonna happen. Anyway, that's going to be today. Once again, thanks for watching. Actually, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe too, right? Is on Patreon, yeah, and thanks for watching, and see you guys around.